What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon with Campbell Fitness, and today I want to talk about whey protein and if it's safe or not. Now, this might come to a surprise to some of you. To others, it's no big surprise because we've all been in the position where someone has told us at one point or another that whey protein is toxic or it contains metals or arsenic or whatever it might have you, and it's bad for us and we shouldn't consume it. I hear that all the time on the videos that I have up that talk about whey protein. I also get messages all the time from teens saying they'd like to start supplementing this in, but either they've heard it's bad for them, their parents won't let them take it, their doctor doesn't recommend it, or even their coach tells them it's not good for them, don't take it. So what I'd like to do today is just address the source of this information and talk a little bit about it. This information can really be traced back to a 2010 article in Consumer Reports. In this article, what they did is they tested 15 popular protein drinks and powders for certain things such as lead, cadmium, and arsenic. They then came back with a report saying several of these products had very high traces of those three things. Now, the big problem with this is the way they went about it and what they actually looked at. Shortly after this article was released, two larger supplement companies came out with rebuttals, one being Cytosport, who makes muscle milk, who really got hammered in the report, and another being Optimum Nutrition, who most of us know for their gold standard whey. They both came out and said generally the same things, and that is these things that you're testing for, lead, cadmium, and arsenic, are all naturally occurring. And they said it'd be very uncommon or unlikely to not find these things in any agricultural product. Optimum Nutrition actually took it a step further and posted a report back listing the amounts that their products had compared to some very other popular food groups. So just some examples. For example, the lead content. Optimum Nutrition protein has less lead than wheat bread, a glass of milk, and most notably, a sweet potato, which all of you guys are familiar with on any kind of typical bodybuilding type diet. Now, as far as cadmium goes, their protein powders have less than wheat bread, tuna, and peanut butter. Again, all common staples in a bodybuilding type diet that we're familiar with. Now, finally, we'll talk about arsenic, as this is probably one of the bigger ones along with lead that people are more familiar with. Their whey protein has less arsenic than tuna fish, shrimp, salmon, and most notably, a chicken breast. So again, compared to what you normally eat, whey protein has a lot lower quantities than these other food groups. Now, some things to consider to why these amounts seem so high in the Consumer Reports article, and that is really going back to their methodology. They used levels that were acceptable for a 110-pound person. They also used a serving size of 3 servings per day. So, when you look at it that way, if you look at 3 servings of whey protein, let's just say roughly around 90 grams of protein, compared to that needs of a 110-pound person, you're talking about a very high amount of protein per pound of body weight ratio. Now, as far as that goes from strictly a whey protein standpoint, in your experience, most people don't rely on whey protein as their only source. They diversify it. So, when looking back on this report, you have to really take into consideration what they're testing, what numbers they're using, and the fact that it's really not applicable to most of us out there. So in summary, is whey protein safe? Absolutely. Should you use it as your only source of protein? I wouldn't suggest it. However, there's no reason to fear whey protein, or when you hear certain people tell you things about arsenic, lead, or cadmium, you just really need to know the truth behind it. So I hope that helps. I'll link some of the articles that I've referenced below in the description box. As always, everybody, thanks for watching. Stay big.